Ladies and gentlemen, this is your TNA Impact Wrestling Report, TNA Impact 1/5/2017. This is the very first TNA Impact Wrestling Report of the year. And first and foremost, listen, guys, I got a new schedule, all right? Cameraman Carl, you know the deal, right, buddy? All right, so it's difficult for me to do the Impact Report right after the show. So what I'm going to be doing is this. Hopefully, I get a lunch break. I'm working the overnight, so I get a lunch break in the middle of the night. So I'll probably be doing it from work. If not, you'll be getting it first thing in the morning. I'm sorry, I'm getting it up, in the afternoon, so on and so forth. But listen, guys, it is what it is. I'm getting my body reacclimated to working the overnight, and it's not freaking easy. With that being said, guys, we're going to jump right into the show, and it was a barn burner. And I did not know that there would be a one-night only pay-per-view. This was kind of thrown out of the blue. We're going to get into that a little later on, but first and foremost, we start off the show and we have the Pope and we got Josh Matthews, excuse me, and they are basically putting over the fact that Anthem Sports is now running TNA Impact Wrestling. Again, Dixie Carter does not have any say. She is out. Basically, she's out of the company. She's there in an advisory role. It's easy for me to say. Not that easy for you to listen, but she's there in an advisory role, and they're bringing in Jeff Jarrett and Zeb Colter. Dirty Dutch Mantell. Two great minds. Of course, guys, if you guys are new fans to TNA Impact Wrestling, Jeff Jarrett and his father founded the company. The fact is that this is going to be, I think, a great move. Why? Well, first and foremost, I like to hear your opinion at OneWrestling.com, YouTube/OneWrestlingVideo. As I get messaged again, it's amazing how every time I'm doing this, Bill Apter seems to always message me. I don't know why. I mean, I am his Latino nephew, and he is my Jewish uncle. Maybe we have that ESPN thing going. ESP. Anyway, so not very funny, and I ain't putting no laugh track over this. But thank you, Carl, by the way. And again, your mustache looks fantastic. Guys, one day, I'm telling you, I'm going to turn this thing around, and you guys are going to see Carl. And he is a very fit, very, very good-looking man with a very thick mustache, and he has the biggest, strongest forearms. I mean, he holds this camera so steady. Anyway, thank you, sir. I appreciate you being here in the studio. So anyway, Jeff Jarrett and Dutch Mantell. Dutch Mantell, again, great mind for the business. I honestly do feel that he is going to help perpetuate just the way TNA is moving forward. Now, we do know that Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy, their contracts are soon going to be expiring, and they're looking for more control over creative here. I think that will be amazing. And I do know for a fact that there is a good relationship between the Jarretts, or Jeff Jarrett, Dutch Mantell, and the Hardies. So I hope they'll be able to work something out. But ladies and gentlemen, this is not a news report. Well, it kind of is a news report, but this is more of a recap of TNA Impact Wrestling, and I'm going to give you my opinions on this show. Show kicks off with Eddie Edwards, and he comes to the ring. He tells us that he is absolutely honored to be a TNA champion. Bobby Lashley comes out, and Bobby Lashley's like, I do not want to hear this crap. Nobody wants to hear this crap, and they're going back and forth in the ring. Is it just me? There was no finish at Total Nonstop Deletion. It's weird. I was just recording the Impact Rebellion, which you can check out at WrestleZone.com, the podcast over with Ben Hameen. And, it's kind of like he says, they're just pulling the needle off the record. If you guys don't know what a record is, and go to YouTube, because probably half of you guys are under the age of 25. And I'm old, and we had things called records. Do you even know what a CD is? You probably have no idea, do you? Anyway, well, your mom and dad do know. But anyway, here's the deal. So basically, they're going back and forth in the ring. And I'm the whole time wondering to myself, I'm like, how the hell is Eddie Edwards still the TNA champion? I mean, did he get away from him in North Carolina? Did he pin him? Nobody knows. It's kind of like hitting the reset button. But Eddie Edwards is your TNA heavyweight champion. And they get interrupted by EC3, who comes in and has a couple of very, very funny quotes as he goes back and forth with the guys. But finally, they settle on the fact that there will be a fatal, or a three-way, not a fatal four-way, a three-way for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. This match is going to be a barn burner. Now we jump into the very first match of the evening, where we have Moose, the grand champion, versus the Miracle Mike Bennett. I got to be honest with you, man. This was a really, really great match. And it was a good match, not great. A very solid match. Moose coming in phenomenal shape, guys, showing off his athletic skills. At one point, Moose climbing up to the top rope without using his hands and doing a springboard moonsault off the top rope. Amazing, amazing stuff. Round one going to Miracle Mike Bennett by split decision. Round two going to Moose by split decision. In round 3, Moose allegedly or apparently wins by split decision. Moose wins this match by split decision. There was a point in juncture where I actually thought that the Miracle Mike Bennett might pull this one off, or they might actually slap the championship on him. Yo, both those guys came in phenomenal shape, man. They both came in and they both did their thing. Maria Kanellis actually at the side of the ring, playing her valet role and doing a great job, with the facial, so on and so forth. So backstage we have Hornswoggle, or just, I guess he's just Swaggle down. Swaggle, and he's backstage. He gets bit. No, he doesn't get bit. He gets met, or he is met by the Hardies, or the Broken Hardies. Brother Nero, I knew you'd come. And Broken Matt. And he asked if he was sent by his father, Meek Mahan. And Swaggle's like, dude, he's not really my father. I mean, it's part of the, it's like a gimmick. Really well done. They go back and forth, and he sits there with that being Swaggle with Vanguard 1. He's like, I guess we're the only 2 normal ones here. We fast forward, Rockstar Spud says that it is going to be his year, 2017. Well, he starts off his year with a little problem. And that little problem is Swoggle, who wins this match in a squash match, hitting him. That being Rockstar Spud being hit with a spear by Swoggle, and then hitting him with the Celtic Cross for the 1, 2, 3, and he even threw in a German suplex there, which I was really, impressed by. Listen, guys, for all those people over there that think that Hornswoggle is just a joke, so on and so forth, he's been in the WWE well over 10 years now. This guy is a trained professional wrestler. This guy's a sports entertainer. He's not just some hammer-negger coming off the street. This guy knows exactly what he's doing. This guy is well prepared, very well versed, and I know that Hornswoggle is going to make some type of an impact in this company. If not, merchandising for the children, so on and so forth. But he's coming in straight-laced. He's not coming in with the whole, crazy midget gimmick. But he's coming in, I don't know where they're going forward with him. But this is a little bit of a comedy thing. But listen, man, out of the comedy comes tragedy, because Rockstar Spud, after losing this match, is done. He quits TNA Impact Wrestling. We'll see how long he stays out. I mean, this guy's amazing. Now, Ben Hameen did make a really good point. What if this is a way that Rockstar Spud is, leaving the company and going over to the whole, British gimmick that the WWE is doing over there for the, UK title? That would be a travesty and a huge loss for TNA Impact Wrestling. I hope not. Rockstar Spud would be amazing in the WWE, but I want to keep him in a TNA ring in some type of role. The guy is amazing on the mic, great in the ring. He is a little small for a professional wrestler, but so is Daniel Bryan. So I'm just putting it out there. We go backstage. We have the Miracle Mike Bennett. He is absolutely pissed, and he chooses. He doesn't choose, but he challenges Moose to a no-holds-barred match at the next pay-per-view, which I'm recording this 1/6/2017, so it's going to be later on tonight, guys, and I'm going to be doing a review with Ben Hameen over it. We're going to do like a special Impact Rebellion, so that's going to be pretty cool. And he wants, it's going to be for the championship. And then we have Eli Drake, dummy, yeah, dummy. Yeah, I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but listen, Eli Drake, we have him with the little cue cards now. Remember, at the end of the year, he is able to speak again. I think Josh Matthews made it clear. Originally, I thought it was a whole year, a calendar year, that he was going, or he was not, that being Eli Drake, that he was not going to be able to talk. But it's professional wrestling. They change the rules all the time. So it's the end of 2016, which he didn't talk. He would be talking, and boy, he would be talking a lot as he welcomes the Broken Hardies to the Fact of Life podium, dummy, yeah. He puts over the Hardys, man. He puts over Total Nonstop Deletion. He thought it was actually really awesome. Rebby Sky comes out. She has baby Maxwell in a satchel in the back, and he's just like, just putting up. He's so over that kid, man. That kid's amazing. Over on Instagram or on Twitter, he actually tweeted out that he's waiting for his new tag team partner, and his little jacket's hung there. By the way, love the new matching jackets by the Broken Hardys. They go back and forth with Eli Drake. Eli Drake, again, putting over the whole product, the Total Nonstop Deletion, saying it was one of the most different things that he's ever seen. But he he says, the one thing you were missing was that you didn't invite Eli Drake. Well, Matt Hardy says, we invited all wrestlers from space and time. So you did have an invitation, Eli Drake, going back and forth with him, saying, he did not have an invitation. And then he questions the magic of Matt Hardy. big mistake. Then Eli Drake tries to do a little cheap shot. Matt Hardy basically being challenged by Eli Drake, and then it got physical again, stopping the cheap shot of Eli Drake. So at the one night only pay-per-view for TNA, it's going to be Eli Drake and a mystery partner. I wonder who it could be. Could it be Alberto Del Rio? He is available. And there have been rumors that Alberto Del Rio may be signing with TNA to Total Nonstop Action Impact Wrestling. Don't know this for sure. Hey, you got guys like Ryback out there. Cody Rhodes is going to be coming back to work for TNA Impact Wrestling. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities, guys, for Eli Drake to have a solid tag team partner and just, make waves. They could have did it. This show was a live show yesterday, depending on when you're watching this video. And, Ben, I'm just really excited to see who's going to be Eli Drake's partner. I think it's going to be a pretty big deal, guys. I don't think it's just going to be some ham and egger coming off the middle, coming off the street selling snow cones. I mean, this guy's going to be legit. Yeah, man. So, and they get into this whole obsolete, delete, dummy, yeah battle, which was absolutely absurd. You have to go on to TNAImpactWrestling.com. Go to the YouTube channel and check it out. Eddie Edwards is backstage, and he cuts a promo saying that he is going to retain this title tonight. And Bobby Lashley approaches him backstage and says, just give me the title. Just make it easy on yourself, buddy. Don't be a retard. But it is what it is. He doesn't succumb to the bullying of Bobby Lashley. Trevor Lee and Andrew Everett versus with Sugar Shane, who apparently, when he was thrown in the lake of reincarnation, absolutely lost his mind. He didn't remember anything or whatever. He lost his memory. And so yeah, I believe that the whole Hurricane gimmick will come in and out, but they're going to be facing Decay. And I got to be honest with you, man, I am so sad that Decay lost their theme music. They come on some new theme music, and it was real funny. Before that, they had like a little promo backstage with Trevor Lee and Andrew Everett, and Trevor Lee says, "There is no I in unity." I was like, whatever. Again, very disappointed to hear Decay's new music. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't as good as the old theme song. I want to hear what you thought, guys. You can follow me on Twitter at Big Ray's Show, or give us a follow at OneWrestling.com, YouTube /OneWrestling Video. Give Bill Apter, the legendary Bill Apter, I am the protege of Bill Apter. Give him a follow at Apter One Wrestling. Now, this match goes back and forth, guys. The match pretty much ends when Everett jumps off the top board trying to go for a springboard, but Abyss catches him and hits him with a big chokeslam for a 1, 2, 3. Now, it wasn't what happened during this match. It was what happened after this match. The lights go out, and the DCC appear behind the Decay. And they actually, the three gentlemen hit that being the Decay with beer bottles, a la Beer Money. I don't know if you guys remember that. Beer Money, Bobby Roode, and Cowboy James Storm. Now, I'm wondering if this is the whole thing where now there are no good guys versus bad guys. If they're going with that whole thing, because we had a heel versus heel, and now the heels coming to attack the heels. Who knows what's going on, guys? Again, I think this is going to be a really interesting year for TNA Impact Wrestling. We have Allie backstage with Maria Kanellis, who is, she's just a jerk. She's just horrible. She just treats Allie like garbage. And she coaxes Allie into a match with Sienna. And the match was actually pretty decent. But Sienna, at one point, spitting in the face of Allie, getting her absolutely... She clenches her little fist and... so upset. She was so angry. And she went at Allie. Braxton Sutter came out, and Braxton Sutter is just out there just like kind of rooting on Allie, and we got to get those two together. I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but that would be absolutely awesome if that ever happened. but he's trying to root her on, but at the same time, Laurel Van Ness, who comes out with the most sexy leather dress. Oh my God. Anyway, she's distracting. She's hitting on Braxton Sutter, makes Allie believe that Braxton Sutter's floating back with her. So Allie is distracted, not once, not twice, but 3 times. But the third time, well, unfortunately, Allie gets hit with the silencer. Sienna hits her with the big shoulder block off the ropes. The former, the move was known as the Pounce, the alpha male back in TNA. I don't like that finisher. Not a big fan of that finisher, guys. I would give her something different. She can go with a Samoan drop, something very simple. Maybe a Samoan drop into a cutter, I think would be a good finisher for Sienna. I'm not a big fan of this finishing move. Guys, you know what? If you guys had an idea whether you think what you think Sienna's finisher should be, because this whole shoulder block gimmick just, again, doesn't work. For me, she's a big girl and everything, but that's something for, I don't know, man. I just, a more athletic, bigger woman, if that makes any sense. You know, maybe, I don't know. I'm just not. Remember Lady Tapa? She could have pulled that off back in the day. But anyway, we're going to jump into the main event of the evening, guys. And this match was an absolute barn burner. We have EC3 versus Bobby Lashley versus the World Heavyweight Champion, the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, Eddie Edwards, for the TNA World Heavyweight title. The match starts off, and Eddie Edwards and both EC3 are both being absolutely dominated by Bobby Lashley when they decided to work together against the Beast. But eventually, what happens? It all breaks down. Everybody, everybody goes for self. Bobby Lashley sets up for a spear at one point on Carter, but lands an elbow. Starts working over Lashley with a couple of elbows. He calls for the 1%er, but then at that time, Eddie Edwards tries to break it up and hits Bobby Lashley and hits EC3 with a backdrop. EC3 then takes the TK3 on hits the TK3 on Bobby Lashley, so on and so forth. The Destroyer kicks out. Eddie Edwards goes for a chin checker, but Carter is able to reverse it into the sleeper hold, and this is where Bobby Lashley, who had removed the padding from two of the top turnbuckles, hits a spear. EC3's back. They were sandwiched, him and the champ. But, man, EC3 really took a hard, bad bump. Talking to Ben Hameen about this, man. And, again, you could give my partner a follow at Ben_Hameen over at WrestleZone.com. He is my tag team partner for the Impact Rebellion over at WrestleZone.com. He thought that was a really, really tough bump taken by EC3. Because, again, those ropes are super stiff. They're not like the four-rope or four-sided ring, six-sided ring. Tighter, stiffer. The ropes are harder. It's just tough, man. After a big suicide dive by the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, he tosses Bobby Lashley back into the ring, but Bobby Lashley hits a spear. Eddie Edwards rolls onto the floor. Bobby Lashley grabs the championship belt and is getting ready to hit the champion with it, but guess what? Davey Richards is back in the fray. Yes, Wolves Nation howl. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to howl. Ooh, all right, there you go. If you're happy. I wouldn't be happy. I think it's absolutely, I don't do it. Anyway, but yes, man, Davey Richards comes back, pulls the title away from Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley is distracted while EC3 is outside on the floor. The World Heavyweight Champion Eddie Edwards hits the Boston Knee Party for the 1, the 2, and the 3. Eddie Edwards retains the TNA World Heavyweight title. Now, here we go, guys. I didn't think it was possible that they were going to keep the title so long on Eddie Edwards. I swore that Bobby Lashley was going to take this title at Total Nonstop Deletion, but it didn't happen. They're moving forward with Eddie Edwards as the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Now, if you guys are fans of Eddie Edwards, the Wolves Nation, so on and so forth, and Davey Richards on the indie scene, you know that they have had many battles before. I think that's the route they're going to be going, guys. I think eventually Eddie Edwards is going to be attacked by his tag team partner, Davey Richards. But they're going to have to reestablish their friendship, explain to you guys how close these guys are, how much they've been through, so on and so forth. And eventually, I believe before, I'll say by February, maybe March, if they build it correctly, maybe February. March may be a little too late. But it's going to be Davey Richards versus Eddie Edwards for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. And don't be surprised if Davey Richards actually claims that title. Some people are more fans of Eddie Edwards. Some people are more fans of Davey Richards. I'm a fan of both guys, man. I think they're both phenomenal. We did have TNA World Heavyweight Champion here at OneWrestling.com. Guys, we have a lot of things going on. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for this late video. Next week, it will be up a hell of a lot earlier. I know for the UK fans out there who I absolutely love you guys, you have the new Fight Network app. You guys can now watch TNA Impact Wrestling live, which is awesome in the replays. Enjoy that, guys. Really good stuff coming up really, really soon, guys. Listen, you can give us a follow, guys, here at Big Slam Nation at OneWrestling.com, ladies and gentlemen, along with Billy Ray Valentine, the Professor Anthony Quintana. We have Mimi, the wrestling chick. We have 8-Track Brown, Fame Black, OKayFabe, of course, Bill After. Hey, don't forget Lisa Sahara. She is actually covering Monday Night Raw over here at OneWrestling.com. But ladies and gentlemen, you know me again, guys. I am your Mark of the Masses. I am your man with the plan. Ladies and gentlemen, I would do this for a living. But if I can, I would do it anyway. Why? Because I love talking wrestling. Give me a follow on Twitter at Big Ray Show. Hey, guys, go over to Instagram. Give me a follow at Big Ray's Show. I'll give you a follow right back, guys. Check out all the cool content I put up there on a daily and sometimes on a weekly basis. Almost on a daily basis, guys. But again, guys, thank you so much. 2016 absolutely sucked for me. But 2017, it's going to be awesome, guys. I am so looking forward to being here and just reporting some really, really fun professional wrestling, guys. Right now, my two favorite shows, SmackDown, TNA Impact Wrestling running neck and neck. Monday Night Raw is not even a close third. I mean, it's just the truth. It is what it is. Guys, leave your opinions here. OneWrestling.com, YouTube/OneWrestling video. Let me know what you guys think, guys. I'll be recapping again and reviewing One Night Only 2017 with Ben Hameen over at WrestleZone.com. Give us a follow again. Give my partner a follow at Ben_Hameen at WrestleZone.com. And of course, I got to run the things over there is at WZ Rebel, that being Nick Hausman, guys. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you down the road, in the words of my brother Bill Schuyler, and in the words of the amazing Bill Apter. We'll see you at the matches. Love you guys. Peace out.